Hey everyone, welcome to Wyoming. In this trip, we are going to visit Yellowstone National Park and the Grand Teton National Park. Yellowstone National Park is famous for active geyser, colorful spring, hot spring, Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, and wildlife. And Grand Teton National Park is famous for its lakes and the mountains. There are so many waterfalls in both the national park. First of all, I am going to show you the best places to visit in both the national park and our 7 days itinerary of the trip. We spent 5 days in Yellowstone National Park and 2 days in Grand Teton National Park. And at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you where did we stay and what was our budget for this trip. So please keep watching and do not forget to subscribe the channel. We started our trip from the north entrance, and our first stop was the Mammoth Hot Spring. It is really big and it has lots of different types of landscape there. It has upper and lower trail, and it will take around 3 hours to see everything at the Mammoth Hot Spring. After that, we traveled towards the Lamar Valley. It is very famous to see a wildlife. We were able to see bison, wolf, eagle, and I will highly suggest you to go with the binocular. It will definitely help to spot the wildlife. During our travel from Mammoth Hot Spring to Lamar Valley, we have stopped at a few places to see some amazing waterfall. There might be a traffic jam in the Lamar Valley because sometimes animal comes on the road. So please keep some extra time when you visit the Lamar Valley. We have spent around 2.5 hours in the Lamar Valley exploring the valley, watching the wildlife, and we finished our day 1 at the Lamar Valley. We started our day 2 from the north entrance and drove towards the south. Our first stop on the day 2 was the Golden Gate to see an amazing view and a waterfall. After that, we did a quick stop at the Roaring Mountain and then visited the Norrisgeyserbasin. Norrisgeyserbasin is really big. It has many geyser and the springs there. They have basically 2 broad walks, and if you do the trail, you will be able to see different geyser and the springs. We were able to see the active geyser, and it was fantastic experience. And they do also have one panoramic view from the top, and it is fantastic. If you do both the Broadwalk Trail, it will take around 3 hours of your time, but it is definitely worth. After leaving from the Norrisgeyserbasin, we stopped at one place to see the waterfall, and we have also seen the bison before we finished our day 2. It's kind of we seen the bison every day while we were in the park. We started our day 3 from the west entrance of the Yellowstone National Park, and we have visited the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. Before visiting the Grand Canyon, we have stopped at the Canyon Village to see the museum. The museum has really nice information about the super volcano and Yellowstone National Park. They also have a film around 5 to 7 minutes long that explains about the super volcano and if it erupts, what's gonna happen. So that's pretty interesting to stop by there and spend some time to get all the information. Now after that we went to the Grand Canyon. Basically Grand Canyon has a two rim, like south rim and the north rim, and they do have around 7 to 8 viewpoints to see the different view of the canyon and the waterfall. There are two waterfalls in the canyon, upper falls and the lower falls. You can actually hike and visit all the viewpoints, or you can drive your car and park it and check out the viewpoints. There is a hike to go to the brink of the waterfall for both the waterfall. We have completed both the hike. The trail for the brink of the lower falls is little bit difficult, but it's definitely worth it. We just loved being at the brink of the lower waterfall. Overall, it was the fantastic day at the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. It is definitely a must-visit place when you visit the Yellowstone National Park. After leaving the Grand Canyon, we were able to spot the wildlife and a really nice cloud formation before finishing our day. We started our day 4 from the west entrance and drove towards the south, and our first stop of the day was the Firehole waterfall. After that, we have stopped at the Yellowstone Lower Geyser Basin to see the colorful springs, a pool and the geyser. Now we are visiting the Midway Geyser Basin that includes the Grand Prismatic Spring. It was really amazing view there, but unfortunately it was very windy, so we were not able to spend a lot of time there. So we just quickly walked through the springs and the geyser and came back to the car. We have also done the hike to Grand Prismatic Spring Outlook, and the view from the outlook is amazing. You can't miss this hike. It is just 2.5 kilometer return, and the view from the outlook is spectacular. It's definitely worth your effort. After that, we stopped at a few places before we reached to the old Faithful Geyser. We are at the old Faithful Geyser now. It is called Faithful because they can predict when it's gonna erupt, and it is normally plus or minus 15 minutes of that time. And they have created benches and the sitting arrangement there, so you can sit there and enjoy the show. After watching the old Faithful Geyser show, we are here at the Norrisgeyserbasin. This is close to the Yellowstone Lake, and it makes it really unique. They have a boardwalk here. You can walk through it and then see the amazing springs and the geyser. When you come close to the Yellowstone Lake on this boardwalk, the view is really amazing. You're definitely gonna like it. We are finishing our day here now. It was definitely a great day to see the amazing springs and the old Faithful Geyser today, and we are going to start our day 5 in the Grand Teton National Park. We started our day 5 in the Grand Teton National Park. Pretty excited to see the glacier lakes and the mountains. Before we even reached to our first stop, we were able to spot the moose. It was definitely a great way to start a day. Our main stop of today is going to be Jennylake, but we're gonna stop at the Jackson Lake Viewpoint and the Jackson Lake Dam and Reservoir before we reach to the Jennylake. We are here at the Jennylake now. There is a small visitor center from where you can get all the information related to the area, and they also have one general store from where you can buy coffee, snacks, or also get your souvenir. We are going towards the Jennylake now. It was definitely a fresh dip inside the Jennylake, and then now we are taking a boat ride to go across the Jennylake to do a small hike to see a really nice waterfall and the top view of the Jennylake. After spending almost a day at Jennylake, we stopped at one ranch to see some horses, and from there we went to the Dornans for the dinner. And the food was really amazing at the Dornans, and we finished our day at the Dornans. First stop of our day 6 was the Grand Teton Viewpoint. From there we went to the Teton Village, and we were able to spot the moose on the way. It was again a great day to start with the moose. Teton Village is very happening. You can do lots of activity there. You can do mountain biking as well. There are 2 gondolas and 1 SkyTrain that takes you top of the mountains. They have only one ticket for all of them. That was like USD $50 per person, and then you can ride all of them. We ride all of them, and then the highest one is a SkyTram, and the view from the SkyTram is really amazing. And they do have a small cabin there. They do sell fresh waffle there, and that was the best waffle I have ever had. It was really soft and it's really delicious. There are a few trails that start from the top of the mountains if you want to do that. Otherwise you can just enjoy the view and then come back. After spending around 3-4 hours at Teton Village, we drove towards the Jackson town. The town is very small, but it has like the tourist vibe, and it's really beautiful. It's definitely a great area to walk around the town, do some shoppings, sit in the restaurant, have a drink, and yeah, we actually did our dinner there and then completed our day. We started our last day with the sunrise. It was a great time to be close to the lake early in the morning, but the weather was cloudy, so it wasn't up to the mark, but really nice time there. And after that we drove towards the Yellowstone National Park, and our first stop was the Moose Falls. After visiting Moose Falls, we went towards the Mud Volcano and the Hayden Valley of the Yellowstone. We have also stopped at the Lake Yellowstone Viewpoint on our way towards the Mud Volcano. There was pretty strong smell at the Mud Volcano, so if you have nose coating, it would be really helpful. Otherwise you won't be able to spend a lot of time there. It would be pretty quick stop for you. Hayden Valley is almost similar as Lamar Valley. We were able to spot some wildlife there. We saw some bisons, and we were also able to see a black bear. It was really far, so not clear view, but we were able to zooming out our camera and able to check the black bear. Hayden Valley was the last stop of our day and also for our trip. After that we drove towards the Livingston, where we stayed for the night, and we have stopped at a few places to see the amazing landscape and the wildlife. This was everything about the places to visit and our itinerary for the Yellowstone National Park and the Grand Teton National Park. And now I am going to share the information related to our stay and what was our budget for this trip. We stayed 3 nights in the Livingston KOA, 2 nights in the West Yellowstone KOA, and 3 nights at the Flag Ranch campground. We have spent around $150 a night for our stay in KOA and $100 per night at the Flag Ranch campground. At both the places we got the cabin with the beds, so you have to go with your beddings if you choose to stay in the cabin. Other thing is that if you stay in this location, you have to drive almost like 30 minutes every day to get into the park, but the price is really reasonable. If you consider to stay within the park boundary, you can at least expect double the price. Other expense is the US National Park Pass. It cost us $120 for the yearly pass. In total, we have spent $1,000 for accommodation, $1,000 for food, and $1,000 for extra expense like a US Park Pass, gas for the car, also some activities and some souvenir shopping. So I would say it was total $3,000 USD for 4 adults and 1 kid for this trip. That's all about this trip. If you have any further question, please comment down below and I will get back to you. And if you like this video and find it informative, please subscribe my channel and we'll see you in the next video. Have a great day everyone, and thanks for watching.